Katrina, oh Katrina.
Hey, I'm back. Did y'all miss me? I definitely missed y'all. But we are here to talk about clock in with Katrina. So I hope y'all are ready to clock in. So I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about what Clock in Katrina is about. It is mostly centered around entrepreneurship. So, of course, the word clock in, because you know you got to clock in, work. And we are going to find out about entrepreneurs and what they have going on along with their lifestyles. And it's not all about entrepreneurs or anything like that. It's about lifestyles because some, like I said, entrepreneurs have a lifestyle that has family around it, travel, friends, just all kind of stuff. So we are going to get into that and we're going to find out what's going on with that. With that being said, entrepreneurship is not an easy task. So we want to find out like how they got started, where they going, where they're at. We also want to find out about their fails and their losses, because let's be serious. A lot of fails get you to gains and wins. Everything is just not just you just open a business and it's a win. A lot of it is about failing and learning. And that's what I like to learn. So that's why I want to talk to a lot of entrepreneurs because I'm an entrepreneur and we're going to find out what they have, how they got there, and where they're going, and what they did to get there. And we are going to get into all of that business, along with, like I said, what they have outside of entrepreneurship, like family, friends, and things like that. So we are going to start. We're also going to have games. It's not all going to be serious. We're going to have games. We're going to have prizes. We're also going to get some tea on current events and also about things that's centered around other people's life. That's tea. So, because we want to have a good time. We want to be a little bit messy, but not too messy. So, we're going to find out about that. So I'm here to let you all know about me. And exactly like as far as like who I am. So I'm gonna start. My name is Katrina, and I'm from a little town of Thomasville, North Carolina. It's a little small town. Everybody knows everybody, and things like that. And I also have a son. He is 18. He just went to college. Whew. So yes, I'm an empty nester. But with that being said, I'm also going to have a podcast about empty nesters. So I'm going to also have other parents or other people who's also newly empty nesters that can give us some inside information. People that's been empty nesters and how they feel or, their relationships with that situation. So we're going to learn about everything. So like I said, it's not all about entrepreneurship. It's about a little bit of everything, just life. Because life happens, hey. And with y'all former president, current president, y'all's not mine. But y'all current president, you never know if you're going to need your own business because the way things are going, you might need to know how to get there and what to do and what it's going to take because it's going to take a lot of work. With that being said, I am also going to have a segment about how to become an entrepreneur. So get ready for that and look for that. And like I said, we're also going to have like prizes, games. The games are going to be really fun because we're not serious all the time. So we're going to have games, prizes, like I said, spilling some tea, and what else? And we're going to discuss like current events, what's going on in the world, who's doing what, and how we can make each other better. So that's pretty much all about me. But you do need to, if you haven't done so already, please go and like and subscribe to all my channels. Let me tell you where I'm at on social media. On social media, I am on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on YouTube. All of those channels have the same name. It's Klock in with Katrina. And that's Klock with a K. So that's KLOCKINWITHKATRINA. So you can find me on all of those platforms. So you will not miss anything. You will not miss a segment. You will not miss what we're discussing. And you will not miss what I'm putting down for you. And if you want to ever come on the podcast and be a guest or anything like that, or you just want to ask me a question, you can always go to my Gmail, which is the same, clockinwithkatrina@gmail.com. I love to hear from you. I did recently put up a post on my personal Instagram and Facebook page to let everybody know to clock in with Katrina at all of those platforms. But I also asked them to ask me any questions that they wanted to ask, and I would address those tonight. So I am going to go ahead and start this segment by addressing any questions that people have about me so that you can get a little bit more information about Katrina, the host behind Clock In with Katrina. Okay, so let's see. I have questions from, like I said, Facebook and Instagram that I'm gonna go through. And I also have my co-host who is helping me that will also answer any questions that I don't have already written down from the people, because people have been sending emails and questions all day. So the first question is, somebody asked me, what am I mixed with? Some of y'all will be surprised to know, because some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, because you don't know me. But y'all will be surprised what I'm mixed with. So I'm going to let you know. I am currently mixed with, I'm an African American, and I'm also Black. Yeah, that's right. I'm just Black. But a lot of people ask me that question, so that's not a crazy question. But yeah, I'm just Black, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just Black. I'm not mixed with anything. But I'm glad I answered that question for y'all. Y'all probably was wondering, like, what she got to say? But no, I'm just Black. Another question that somebody asked me is, what kind of friend am I? Which is a good question. I actually like that question. What kind of friend am I? I am a friend. I'm no tolerance. Now, if y'all didn't know, and some of y'all may not, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm straightforward. So I am a friend that's not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to be straight up and down with you. I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. So if you don't want to hear my answer, don't ask me the question. Now, I'm not brutally honest, like some people may think, but I'm not. So if you ask me, like, do I look fat in this? I'm not gonna be like, hell yeah, take that shit off. No, I'm just gonna be like, you got something else to wear? Like, I mean, it's cute, but maybe not for this event. You got something else to wear? Just nice. You know how to be nice. Let's see, what other question do I have? And they also asked me, what kind of friend do I like? So the type of friends that I like is somebody that's gonna be pretty much just like me. You're going to be straightforward with me. We're going to be, we got each other's back. Anytime I need you, anytime you need me, we're going to be there for each other. And I also like people that are uplifting or, can teach me something, because I like to learn. That's why I like to talk. I like to learn about people. I like to learn about things that they're doing. I like to learn how to be a better person. So if you want to be my friend, you have to bring something to me like I'm going to bring something to you, because I'm a good friend. I'm a good loyal friend. So I expect people to be loyal and good to me. So that's what type of friend I am, and that's what type of friend that I expect my friends to be. Otherwise than that, then I'm probably just going to let you go, and that's okay. It's really fine. Another question someone had is, how many businesses do I have? Great question. I think I got about 4 or 5 businesses. I'm not really sure. I have a work at home business. It's called Independent Virtual Solutions. You can find that on Instagram also, ivssolutions.com. And it's a work from home business. So if you're interested in working from home, you can do that. I have Billie Jeans, my clothing line. I'm so proud of. You can find, I have jeans on there, I have outfits on there, I have jogging suits on there because it is the fall. So you can find that at BillieJeansCollections.com. So that's BillieCollections.com. And you can find that also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because again, it's the same thing across the board. Also, my son has a clothing line, and his is Cold Heart Creations. I was being funny when we named it that, but Cold Heart is also with the K, because his name starts with the K. And he has his clothing line, but it's more for the youth. But make sure you go follow him that's on all social media platforms. I think Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok also. So he has a nice selection too, jogging suits, shirts, things like that. And I feel like I'm missing a business somewhere. Well, my nieces also have theirs coming out. They're also going to be on the podcast. That is K&K lip gloss and lemonade. They're only 5 and 6, which is about to be 6 and 7, and they have their own they're entrepreneurs. And yes, I did that too. So, because anybody in my house, they need a business because we need to learn how to work and collect money because they like money. Of course, they're girls, so they like to buy stuff and they like to spend money. So they needed a business, and that's pretty much it that I can think of. I mean, I had other stuff in the past, but if I think of anything else, I'll just plug it in the information below.
So without further ado, this is her husband, her co-host in the background.
Right.
So we have a couple other questions here. So we just kind of want to know, where did you grow up? We know you mentioned Thomasville, North Carolina. And how did that influence you to be where you are today?
That's a good question. So Thomasville, like I said, is a small city where I grew up at. So it influenced me pretty much because it was a small city and everybody knew everybody. So I needed to get somewhere else bigger. And I just wanted to pursue, other dreams and do a lot of other stuff. So I done had a lot of different businesses, but again, I like to do different things. I'm kind of like what is it called? A jack of all trades. I like to dibble and dabble in little things, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm from this little city. I want to be big. So initially, I went to New York, and that was too big. I'm just gonna be honest. I got there and
that was with your flight attendant.
Yeah, I was a flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
I was definitely a flight attendant at 18, 19, 20.
You had a little bunk or something, or what was it? Yeah, a little bunk.
Yeah, I stayed with other flight attendants, and that was pretty interesting. But that was big for me, especially coming from a little small city. So it made me just want to do something bigger and more and better. And I was excited, and I'm just like, whoa, this too much, too fast. So I kind of narrowed it down and did other things. So Thomasville made me want to do more. That's what influenced me to do, which is what I'm doing now. And I have several businesses so I can travel and I can see the world and I can do different things because I learned that I can do pretty much anything that I put my head to. So that's pretty much what influenced me. Thomasville, it's a small city. It's bigger things out there. Go explore the world. So that's what I did.
And here we are. So I know whenever the most asked question, whenever we were kids, whenever we would go to, what was it? Bring your kid to work day. And we would go with Janice and them to, it was Nations Bank at the time.
Right.
Now Bank of America.
Right. So work there.
Yeah. So we would go, they would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? We would always say a teacher.
Yeah.
We always wanted to be a teacher when we grew up.
I did.
I did too. Looking back at these kids today.
Yeah.
Baby, I can't.
Right.
So where you are now, how does it align with where you wanted to be whenever you were a kid versus where you are now? And then how would you change that as far as now being an adult? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah, when you were
so like you said, when I was 5, 6, I wanted to be a teacher. But I just thought it had all the bells and whistles. But as I grew up and I was in college and when I was in high school, and I figured out teachers don't get paid that much, and I got to deal with these kids that's not the greatest kids. But I liked them when I was 5 or 6. But now that I'm an adult and I see what's really entail, I did want to be a lawyer. Yes, I wanted to be a lawyer. I ain't gonna say argue because I didn't like to argue, but I did. But I like to get my point across. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a good lawyer. But then I was like, oh, it's gonna take too long to be in school forever to be a lawyer.
Because you heard how
long it's gonna be. Yeah. So I was like, let me think about something else. Like, what else do I like? So then I was like, I like numbers. So I was just like, oh, numbers is easy. Math is easy to me. And I like figuring things out. So, and it's tedious. So, because any mistake you make in math, you're going to get the wrong answer. So, but I was curious about that. Well, let me go back. I wanted to be I wanted to be in forensics because I love crime. So, and I like to figure it out, the mysteries. That's a part,
Investigation. Yeah.
investigation and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But when I found out that it was blood and I had to be on the scene and it could be heads everywhere and necks and bodies and legs, I was like, yeah, that's
Y'all,
not for
she
me
don't
because
like blood.
I'm not that person. I got to stick somebody with a needle and I might have to move something. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't even like the clean chicken. But so I was like, yeah, maybe not that either. So then I was like, yeah, you know what? I can just be an accountant. And that's what I end up being. I am an accountant and I love numbers. So, but that's not where my journey started, but that's where my journey is today. But I got bored. So now I am currently in school for IT because again, I like figuring stuff out and I like making sure things is done and I like making sure things work. So now I am currently getting my master's in IT.
Yay.
Yay.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Okay. So what is your favorite funny story to tell people?
Favorite funny story? That I don't want to say.
If it's from
It's a childhood funny
childhood.
story.
Okay.
And if you know me, you know the funny, which is I had a friend that wasn't there, but I talked to, and we was besties forever. And yeah, you have to ask my family about it or my sisters about it. And maybe we'll have a segment about that too. So stay tuned because I ain't getting into that right now. If you
It
know,
is
you
funny,
know.
y'all. It is funny. It
If you
really
know,
is.
you know.
It really
That's
is.
a whole funny story, but it's more than just 2 minutes. It's a little while.
It's a life story.
It is.
A childhood story. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a childhood story.
But it's funny.
It really is.
I love the story and I don't mind telling it. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, we just need a little bit more time.
Yeah,
We need a little bit more time.
that's a whole segment.
Yeah,
it is.
Segment.
And we'll get into that too. So I can't wait to tell y'all that.
It is. So, but out of all the skills that you have, what is a skill that you wish you did have?
Y'all know I wish because everything I love the skills I got. I got acting, I got a comedy skills. I can build anything, I can do anything I want to do, anything I set my mind to. But I wish I can sing now. But to be in front of people and sing like a Whitney Houston or Beyonce or Kelly Price or Jennifer Hudson, those vocals I ain't got. I might have more like a Tony Braxton voice. But I ain't trying to do that either. Not right now. But I did. But I wish I had that. But I did have it on the junior choir at church. So don't get it twisted because Katrina can sing.
Who was on the junior
Clock
choir?
that T.
Mm-hmm.
Clock in. Oh.
So singing. So that was singing.
Singing was a skill
that you wish
a skill I wished I mastered and had.
Okay.
I have a lot of singers in my family. So a lot of my family can sing. And I probably can too, but I never took it.
Oh yeah, we all can sing in unison.
Exactly.
And we all sing in unison now.
Exactly. We all sung on that choir for a long time.
Yes, Lord. Absolutely. So what's one thing about your job that you didn't expect?
My current job?
Yeah, maybe if it's an experience, if it's a role or responsibility that you have and you didn't expect it, it kind of came after you were on.
A role that I didn't expect.
Just one thing, period. Whether it be,
I guess
whether it be
I
the
didn't
student,
expect to have fun at work most of the time. Like
so you didn't expect to like your job?
No, I expect to like it, but okay, I work at North Carolina A&T. Aggie Pride. So if you know, you know. So we are not. We're very serious. I'm an accountant at North Carolina A&T in the treasurer's office, but we're more of a family, and it's kind of like you know how your family is. You know your sisters, your cousins, and stuff like that. It's just you know. So it's like we love each other some days, we don't like each other some days, but most days we have fun and we have a good time. And it's like we're always doing stuff, and it's mostly, I would say the biggest thing is mostly empowering. Like a lot of people like help you out, you help a lot of people out. it's a lot of encouragement there. It's a lot of pushing there. It's a lot of, like just lifting each other up. So, that's different because, you at a HBCU. When you go to corporate jobs, everybody about themselves and everybody about, what they got going on, and ain't nobody looking out for each other. But at my job, a lot of people look out for each other, and we uplift each other, and we push each other, and we have a good time. Like, I ain't gonna say we party all the time, but we have our good times. Like, we are always, again, lifting each other up. Staff, friends, family, the students, like we have a good time. We make sure we look out for each and every one of us. So, we got to have each other back. So I wasn't expecting that at my job when I went there because I wasn't used to it. I was used to the corporate world, but now I work for the state and it's fun until it's not. No, I'm just playing. It's fun.
And here we are. and here we are.
Exactly.
So if you had to choose, what is one of your proudest achievements in life?
Well, my proudest achievement is, let me put it like this, my son. As a single parent, that's a challenging role by itself. So I would have to say me making sure that my household is good, my son is good, he's doing what he needs to do, he's smart, he's intelligent, he's respected, he's well-mannered. So that is my best prized possession, because anywhere that I go, they say, oh my God, your son he got so many manners, he's so smart, he's so gifted. He's talented too. Of course, he gets that from his mom, but he's so talented. He knows how to do everything I do. He's not scared to learn anything. He's not scared to work, and he loves to work, and he loves to make money. And then the first thing he said whenever he finishes his career is that he's going to buy his mama a house. So he loved his mom.
Amen.
So that is my biggest accomplishment personally. My biggest accomplishment overall would be my skill set, my job, my willing to learn, my willing to know things, my willing to achieve things, my businesses, my life. I love my life. I love where I've been. I love where I'm going, because it's not over yet. It's only just beginning. So my son, and then my life.
Baby, you only had one. We said, what's one of your proudest achievements?
Well, I had to give a personal and then like more of a, thing. Because who wouldn't say that their child is their biggest accomplishment? Or,
well,
like
so yeah, I understand
so
that.
Child is like,
so with
that's
achievements,
but I had to give
yeah,
that.
but with achievements. So yeah, you could pick.
And that was hard. Like a single parent, I'm telling you right now. Of
course.
And I am going to have a segment about that. A single parent and out here in this world, in this economy, trying to make it and trying to make sure he has, I have, everybody have, and we're good and we're happy and we're striving. That's a lot. Trust me, been there, done that.
So I'm just gonna piggyback off of we can go based on just this. I feel like it's a good segue. What's the best advice you've ever received? It doesn't have to be with single parent, just period.
Okay.
Overall in life, what's the best advice
right now?
you've
My
ever
mama
received?
said, don't expect others to treat you like you treat them. That was the
That's
best.
a fact.
That was the best.
Don't expect you out of nobody else.
Thank you.
Yeah,
perfectly said.
That
was the best advice I could have ever gotten from my mother.
That's
Ruben made business.
One of many.
One of many.
But
that was it, because I was always expecting people to treat me like I treated them.
And you're going to set yourself up for failure every time.
That was a disappointment.
Yeah.
I can only depend on me. I can only depend on Tree. Yeah. So that was the best
Don't
advice.
expect you out of nobody else.
That's right.
That's it. That's all. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to, speaking of, we'll say relationships. We're going to go into the relationship lane. Are you a person that believes in love at first sight?
Well, consider I never been in love, I would probably have to say no. But do I believe that it could be true? I do believe it. I do believe that people do believe that they met their person when they meet their person. So do I believe in it? Yes. Have I experienced it?
Okay. But you could see other people believing in love, like having a love at first sight type of deal going on.
Yeah. And I hope to achieve that one day.
If you had it your way, would you like to?
Yes.
Your
absolutely.
person. So if it's your person, you want to be able to look at them and say, I know for a fact, at initial glance, that's my person.
That's my dream.
That's my person. Okay.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Okay, but you haven't experienced that.
I haven't experienced it.
Okay.
But it is a dream of mine to say, we're going to be together forever.
Okay.
And that's who I want to be with.
Okay.
And that's who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay. And so I have a question here.
Okay.
How did you meet your significant other? Baby, I'm just reading the questions.
I know somebody asked me, yeah. And a lot of questions was like repeated questions that everybody was
I think this was the only question like that. But
no, some of the questions were repeated.
Oh, okay.
But I only put it in there once because some stuff that it didn't need. I didn't need to.
Because I'm like, we didn't even get there.
Right.
To see, did we ask about significant other?
Yeah, I don't have one yet, but it's
okay. So somebody jumped the gun, you guys.
Yeah.
Somebody jumped the gun.
Hopefully in the future.
And so if y'all are out there and y'all, okay. Well.
I think somebody asked me. Who asked me?
I don't know. It just says, how did you meet your significant other?
No. One of the questions was, am I in a relationship?
Okay, so that's probably what we should have asked. So we should have asked that first. Yeah. We definitely should have asked that first. I don't. T?
No. It was on Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, so I would know. Yeah. But yeah, so that's but essentially we should have asked that question first. Are you in a relationship? And then we could have followed through with, how did you meet your significant other? Okay. So the better question is, are you in a relationship? Are you off the market?
Am I in a relationship? The answer is, that ain't none of y'all business. Okay, next. Nah, just playing. Nah. But maybe we'll find out that in other
future
topics in the future. But I mean, am I in a relationship?
Are you off the market? Because that's been a question. Are you off the market?
Am I in a relationship? That's a good question.
Those are great questions.
Am I off the market? I think somebody asked me, am I dating?
Dating, off the market, in a relationship are three different things.
Yes. None of your business. No, I'm just playing. So I will answer that question for whoever asked that question too. Whoever want to be nosy and ask that question. I am dating. I'm always dating. If I'm single, I'm dating, right? Okay, so that's the answer to that question.
So you're not always dating
if I was in a relationship. Yeah. So I am dating and I'm dating. And am I in a relationship? Well, yeah, I got relationships with my sisters, my son, my cousins. I have relationships with.
You know that ain't what they asked.
Oh, that kind of relationship. Yeah, like I'm dating. And
so you're still on the market.
Am I still on the market?
The people want to know.
I guess y'all got to find out in later episodes. Am I still dating? Am I still on the market? But that's a great question for whoever asked. I'm happy.
Happily on the market or happily off the market?
I'm happily
or
single.
Happily dating?
Or I'm happily dating. Or I'm happily in a relationship. Next question. Let me see. Somebody asked, what happened to my other podcast? That's a good question.
The people want to know.
Next question. What's the next question? Got another question? It's somewhere?
Baby, I asked all the ones I had over here, and you ain't even want to answer.
That's not fair. Y'all know what? That's not even fair. I'll be honest with you. The other podcast was the other podcast. If you know, you know. But the other podcast, was an experience. It was an experience. I learned a lot of things. I did a lot of things. So the other podcast was fun while it lasted, but now we got Klock in with Katrina. So, it is what it is. The other podcast was the other podcast. This is this podcast, and this is the only podcast you need to know about. So, next question. Any more questions?
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. No, somebody had a question for that. So somebody did ask me a question earlier, and they asked, that should have been on there too. In the notes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go to the notes. So one of the questions was, at the age of 42, do I feel like my clock is ticking? Good question. I like that question. Yes and no. Yes, because if I want to have more kids, then yes, my clock is ticking because, of course, I'm 42 and it's not a lot of time to have kids. You still can't have kids at 40, and people have done it. It's a lot of other ways naturally having it. You can have a surrogacy, or you can also have, adopt. But I always said that I wanted to have kids with my husband to come. So if I have a husband, then that's still on board with me. But like I said, it just depends on, again, like the timing of it. So at 42, yes, that brings me to my biological clock, I guess. But in reality, no, because I feel like I'm young. So I feel like I can still do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. So it's not really something that is like, oh my God, I'm getting old, because I don't feel old. Like my mama also said, my daddy said that, you only as young as you feel. I don't feel old. I feel young. So I feel like I'm young. So no. With that being said, no.
Old is a state of mind.
Exactly. Also was a question was, I think something about goals. I can't remember what it was.
We know that we're approaching the holiday season. We're approaching the end of the year. So we're looking at 2026 goals. So what are your plans for 2026? And be specific and be honest with us and with yourself.
Who asked me that question. I told him that I was going to answer.
Who was that?
So 2026, I'm not telling you. I don't even think you know them. But it's somebody on my social media. I think it was Instagram, or either it was Snapchat. I can't remember. But I remember who it was. But my goals for 2026 is to make sure my businesses, which is always my goals, but it's to make sure my businesses are doing better than it was the year before. So it's always in 26 is to be better than the year before, or to do better, or to do something different, or to learn a different skill, or to accomplish something in a new year. So, and that's very honest. I'm gonna be honest too. My goal in 2026 is maybe to get married, or maybe to be in a serious relationship, or to get engaged. So that's always the goal. Like always the goal is to be better for me, for better for my businesses, be better for my son, be better for my life, travel more, do more. It's just to be better overall. But that's always, any year we approach, that is going to be my goal, is to be better, do better, work harder, strive better, dream bigger, and accomplish more. So
yeah,
that is my 2026 goal.
Yeah. And I try to, outside of using the new year as a gauge, I normally use my birthday as my new year, outside of me using January 1st of every year. So with that being said, we have a birthday right here, right now. So that's an opportunity to start your new year without having to wait till January 1st.
And I'm glad you said that, because my new year does start on my birthday.
Yeah,
because I'm a
mine
new
does
age.
too.
Yeah, I'm a new age.
It's a new chapter for me every
It's a
year,
new
and it's
year.
something for me to reflect on a new year, new life, and what my goals may be for the next 365.
Right.
Or 364. Right. So that's just the way that I look at it. I don't wait till January 1st to say, oh, well, hey, this is what I'm going to do starting then. I just try to reflect on what I didn't get accomplished the previous year and what I want to see happen in the next year. So here we are. It's
42.
It's chapter 42.
Chapter 42. Be on the lookout, because not only with Klock and Katrina, there come different businesses, because after I end one business or start one business, I'm already moved on to the next, and it is already a next business coming soon. So look for that, because again, chapter 42 is only the beginning until the next chapter. It's always more to come. It's always an experience, and it's always a good time. So I hope y'all are there to see that. I remember somebody asked me too, what was my goals? I think it was something about goals. I can't remember exactly what it was. No, I remember he asked me that, but somebody else asked me about a goal. Is my goals? I'm trying to remember what it was.
So being a year older, has your goals changed?
That's what it was. So being a year older, has my goals changed? Yes, because guess what? My goals change every week. Like, again, I am always striving to do better as time goes on. So it's not about a new year. It's not about, because I don't never start my new year and start something. I already been starting that before. It's just going to take effect, and it's just going to be intertwined into everything else. But my goals change weekly because I strive for more. I do more. I like to do more. I learn more. So again, it's an accomplishment for everything that I do, every way I know how to do it, and anything that I know how to do. So of course, my goals are always going to be set to be, it's going to one up each other each time. So my goals do change weekly, monthly, yearly. This time last year, I might not have known what I was going into because again, it's something that I just accomplished. And it's something that I want to do. So yes, my goals change quite often to be better. Not because it's like, oh, I want to do this and I didn't do it. Nah, that's still gonna happen, but I might move it because I might be moving into something else. And that's one thing I gotta do too. I gotta stop trying to do everything and focus on one thing, accomplish that, and then move to the next goal. But if you know me, I'm trying to do everything all the time and for everybody. And I want to see everybody else win. That's why I said my friends are my friends because I want to see them do good. I want to do good. I want to help them accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. And I also want them to help me accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. So that is pretty much it. So yes, it is my birthday when I dropped this podcast. That was my birthday present to me because again, that was one of my goals. So is to make sure that and y'all, I've been doing this, I've been trying to do this podcast for like a year now. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it on my birthday because that's happy birthday to me. It's something I got to accomplish. And I did it. We're here. So look out for some more and stay tuned because again, it is so much more to find out about me. It's so much more to find out about other people. It's so much more to clock in and check out. So again, if you haven't already, go ahead to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and find Clock In with Katrina and go ahead and subscribe and like and share and thumbs up. And make sure you say a comment because I really want to know how I did on this video. I really want to know. I love comments. And if you're new here, welcome. And I hope to see you soon. Clocking with Katrina.